Before we get started with today's video, I want to tell you guys about an awesome company that is helping out with one of the biggest issues that faces all rideshare drivers as well as gig economy workers in general. And what is that issue? It's the issue that if you're not working, you're not getting paid. And no company has taken care of that yet so far until now. Cover. You can check them out in the video description below. There's a link there. If you're sick, if you're injured, or if you're in an accident, your car's in the shop, any of those things, Cover has you covered up to 80% of your income, and they pay out the same day. So for a free 30-day trial with Cover, click on the link in the video description below. All right, let's get on with today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Lutman. This is the Rideshare Hub, and big shout out to all of our subscribers. Big shout out to everyone watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, go ahead and take this opportunity to do so. That way you're gonna get an update every time we come out with exciting and relevant new topics. All right, that being said, this is a very relevant and exciting, well, I don't know about exciting, very relevant topic. Today we're talking about the cancellation of the second round of stimulus checks and what that means for you. And I will be shocked if this is not applicable to every single person that views our channels here, or our channel here at the Rideshare Hub. Yeah, it's gonna affect everyone. So basically, here's the deal, right? I've been going through my life. Things are kind of starting to pick up a little bit. Still a lot of people fighting the streets over masks. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Just kidding. But no, that's a real thing. That aside, I've heard a lot of people in conversation just be like, oh yeah, and when we get our second stimulus checks, it's come up a lot. A lot of people have been saying that. And so here's the deal. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of misinformation on what's going on with that. So I am here, have no fear, to clear up any confusion on this topic. So here's kind of the situation. Here's why it's really important. Because second round of stimulus checks, also unemployment benefits are all going to be tied up into one bill. Now, all right, so here's the deal. Basically, as you know, at the end of March, we had the first stimulus package that was passed by Congress, signed into law by President Trump, and that is what gave us pandemic unemployment assistance, which was unemployment assistance for all rideshare drivers, gig economy workers, anyone who doesn't work a 9-to-5 job, basically. We also received with that the first round of stimulus checks, which was $1,200 if you made under a certain threshold. I forget now, like $95,000, $100,000, something like that. Anyway, so we got those, and there were also the creation of the PPP loans and the EIDL loans. So all of that was wrapped into one stimulus package, and that's where all of that money came from. So when you hear people talking about a second stimulus check, just know that that is part of a bigger stimulus package. And in order for that to become a thing, for it to become law, this is what has to happen. It has to first pass the House of Representatives, which is a Democratic majority House. It then has to pass in the Senate, which is Republican majority Senate. And then it has to be signed by President Donald Trump into law, to make it an official law and something that will go forth. So, where are things at right now? Well, there was a lot of headbutting by the Democrats and Republicans on how much the next stimulus bill should be, or package should be, worth. And originally, the Democrats were at like $3 trillion, and the Republicans were like at $500 billion, $500 billion, and they've been kind of negotiating, and then it was stalled out for a while, and this is why the majority in each of those matters, because, right, if you're trying to push a bill that you come up with, you want to be in the majority where it needs to be passed. So this is why we came at like an impasse, basically, because the Democrats were able to pass a bill that passed in the House because they have the majority of Democrats in the House. So, right, when they put it to vote, majority wins, and that's what passes it. But then, so it passed in the House, it went to the Senate, which is Republican majority, and they said, nope, that's too expensive for us. We're going to vote that down. And okay, and so then you have leaders of Congress, senators who were in conversation, butting heads, really not getting anywhere until recently. Things were looking more promising. They were coming back to the table towards the end of September. They were having discussions. They were making concessions on both sides like Congress is supposed to do so that they can take care of me and you. Now, the biggest thing is that this comes at a really tough time because it's right before the election, which is on November 3rd, as most of you know. Register to vote if you have not done so already. And time is running out on that in a lot of states. Anyway, that aside, so the reason why it gets harder in an election year is because neither side really wants to make any concessions because they don't want to appear weak. Even though it would appear much better, I think, if you could actually step up and work across the aisle, meaning Democrats, Republicans working together to accomplish things. But that's not the way politics are played. So it becomes a power struggle. And so really where things have been at, right? They were getting close. They were making concessions. They're making headway. They're trying to get a bill that they could put into the House, pass it, move it to the Senate, pass it, and then get it to Trump. Until Donald Trump got the disease, and I can't say it because I just can't say it on here. Anyway, until Donald Trump got sick, and then while he was in the hospital, he said that there will be, and this was just a couple days ago, there will be no more negotiations by the Republican side for passing a new stimulus bill until after the election. Now, there are some problems with that, and I hope you're still watching because this is the meat and potatoes of this video. This is extremely important to understand and to digest and to start making plans if you still are on pandemic unemployment assistance or unemployment. Okay, so here's the deal, right? So now they're pushing it back until after the election to restart negotiations. Here's the issue. The issue is it takes a while for these bills to get created, to go through the process, and then to pass. Many of us, if you're still on unemployment assistance, it goes for a total of 39 weeks. For my girlfriend, Abby, she runs out at the first week of December. That'd be the last week that she is eligible for unemployment benefits. I'm the second week of December. And so what does that mean? It means if they do pass a bill for federal assistance to unemployment benefits, then that will most likely be backdated until the last time that you received any additional unemployment benefit federal help, right? So the most recent was President Trump's $300 additionally. We got it pretty quickly here in Arizona. I know a lot of other states were playing catch up, so that's kind of staggered at who got that when, but that went for a total of 6 weeks. Once that ran out, right, there's no more additional weekly unemployment assistance help. So here in Arizona, I'm getting $117 a week unemployment benefits, which is crap. It's really bad, really bad. And so anyway, I need more money. That aside, if they don't, so now we're, right, most people are probably, because of the timing of everything, are probably slated to end their unemployment benefits by December, at some point in December. And so if they don't get this bill passed by then, then basically you just miss out on any additional federal assistance that you would have received if they did get it passed in time. So now here's the other thing. Republicans are the ones that are more conservative fiscally, so they don't want to spend extra money if they don't have to. There have been several Republican senators, House members that have gone on record saying, I do not support any more stimulus help to anyone whatsoever. They didn't say it in that way, but that's basically what they're saying, which is crazy, but that's another discussion for another time. Anyway, let me get my thoughts together here. Where am I at? So, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Take a breath here. Okay, so President Trump said he's not going to open negotiations with Republicans. He said Republicans do not negotiate with Democrats on any more stimulus package deals until after the election. So if he gets reelected, then he probably has incentive to restart those negotiations, but he's also reelected, so he doesn't have that time, pressure of like needing to get this done. Honestly, I think this could cost him big in the election because 10% of the U.S. population roughly is still on unemployment, and he basically said, screw you guys, I know you need help, but we're not going to do anything about that until after the election. Now, here's the other problem. If he isn't reelected, if Biden is elected, then he doesn't have really any incentive, so he will be in office as president until January 20th. If he's not reelected, he probably doesn't have any incentive to try and pass something. I don't think he really cares, honestly, whether or not he gets that passed through in his final couple of months. So that sucks because Biden wouldn't be president until January 20th, inauguration. So everybody that's been hanging out on unemployment, waiting, and also for stimulus, and also small businesses for small business loans, all of that will be pushed back until January, most likely, is my guess. Maybe not, but I'm telling you, there's a strong possibility that could happen. And so we're just still waiting. We're waiting. So we're not in a good spot. That's all I have to say. We're not in a good spot. It's probably going to be a while. Do I think that they're going to pass something at some point? Yes, I do. What are they going to do if there's still this many people on unemployment and then all of a sudden December comes and they're not on unemployment because it ran out? Maybe they'll do something with another extension if you were on it. There is also an emergency extension that I'll make a video on, that if you are on it, you can apply for that. But I don't know how that'll play out with any federal assistance. So anyway, a lot of things at play here. Really important stuff, though. The election's important. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. It affects all of us. Even if you're not on unemployment assistance, the stimulus checks are hanging in the balance with this as well. So that was long-winded, I know. Thanks for staying with me. Hey, if you guys have any thoughts on this at all, you want to get down in the comment section below, let me know what you think about it. I'm staying on top of it all. I know this stuff in and out very well. But anyway, for now, you're not going to hear much on a second stimulus until after the election. And, actually, one last thing. It was supposed to be a part of the next presidential debate. There was going to be one more, which is town hall style, where people like you and me supposedly sit there and ask questions to the president candidates. And that was just canceled, like literally hours ago. I just got the update that has been canceled. So we're not even going to get to hear any more thoughts from Biden or Trump on potential stimulus package deals. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Get in the comment section below. Get at me. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm Jacob Lettman. This is the Rideshare Hub. Until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there.